Only use in an emergency. Ready? Oh, fucking hell. What's up, YouTube? Now, what should you take for a day's worth of hiking? Well, I've got my Dartmoor prison break coming up tomorrow, which will be the next video. And Dartmoor Search and Rescue have sent me an email suggesting, well, telling me all the mandatory items that I need to bring for that event, which is a 12-hour hike, walk, basically. So I thought this video would be a good idea to show what they recommend you take. And I'll throw in a couple little extra bits that I like to take, but aren't necessarily relevant or required. So first things first, you're going to need a bag. Now the bag I've got is the Vango Rapide 20. It's a 20-litre backpack with a built-in 2-litre water bladder. And obviously you get your little straw. Now this is a good bag. I've had it for a while and it cost me £40 from Go Outdoors. Really comfortable. It is a lot smaller than the bags I used to use. So I do think more of the things I need to take. If it's too big or too bulky, do I need it? Well, probably not. I'll leave it. So having a small bag does actually help your process of packing. So that's that one. Next, we have a waterproof jacket. This is my Peter Storm jacket I've had for 2 years nearly. Does the job. Very basic, but it's got to have taped seams, and that is to stop any water seeping in through the seams, obviously. And same with the waterproof trousers. They need to be tape seamed as well. And you need a spare base layer. I've got my Peter Storm long sleeve base layer. Really comfortable, really nice material, really lightweight. So that's just in case it gets cold while I'm out. I've just got that little bit of an extra layer that I can put on. A beanie hat in case it gets cold. This is the new Summit Seekers logo, or one of the new logos that we're trying. So a beanie hat, pair of gloves, your power bank with the charging cables, obviously. A head torch or a handheld torch is okay, but a nice head torch is hands-free for emergencies, obviously. A map and a compass, or a good GPS device. It could be your phone, but phone signal could be a little bit spotty somewhere in some more remote places. First aid kit. I've condensed mine down from my bigger first aid kit, so I've got the basics in there, and I don't have like 40 plasters. I've just got a minimum amount that are required for 1 or 2 people for a day's hiking. A foil blanket for emergency, obviously, just in case you need to warm up or retain the heat. And then my favorite, obviously, food. Nice sugary sweets, and I've got protein bars. That is what I like to take on a day's hike. There's no point taking anything too stodgy or things you need to heat up, because it is just added weight, because you then need to carry a stove or whatever it is. Things that aren't going to spoil in the heat is probably a good idea too. But anything like sweets, chocolate, packet of crisps, some trail mix, nuts, whatever, they're always good snacking on a hike. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pack this bag now, because I know some of you do like a good old packing video. So I'm going to start off with my bulkier items. The bulkiest item is my coat. Now this wants to be readily available to me, so I'm going to stick that in the front, just like that. I can get it straight away, easy peasy. And then in the main compartment, remember this is only a 20-litre bag. I'm going to pack my waterproof trousers underneath at the bottom, my base layer, my hat and my gloves, all in there at the bottom. Onto the front, my emergency place, first aid kit, foil blanket. I'm going to put my head torch in there and zip that one up. Next pocket, which is slightly larger than the first one. That's where I'm going to put my snacks in there. And probably my power bank in one of the stretchy pockets. If I can get it in. There. Right, let's get the map right in the back of that one. Because let's be honest, you don't need to have that readily available. It's a map. I'll put my compass in between the pages so it doesn't get lost. Now obviously you want to be packing water as well, but because I have a bladder, I don't need to. Oh, I did forget one thing, a whistle. It's just reminded me, you are required to take a whistle, or it's a good idea to take a whistle for an emergency purpose. This one's got one built into the clasp, so it's absolutely fine. Let's see if it's any good though. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. So that's packed. That's it. That's all I'm taking for a hike. And that weighs, it's quite hard to tell because I don't have a scale, but that weighs probably around 2 kilos, if that. Plus I've got to add the water in. Obviously that's gonna add a bit more weight in, another 2 kilos. Some other things that I do like to take. These are reflective armbands. Again, for an emergency purpose. If I'm walking on a road in the dark, which I will be tomorrow night, it's always a good idea to be seen. So I've got 2 of those, and I have this. Now this is a personal alarm. It's a little bit stronger than a whistle. Yeah, I've never actually used it. I don't know how it really goes together, but it's essentially a loud horn. And I'm a little bit concerned if I should use it. It says extremely loud, 139 decibel sound output. Only use in an emergency. Ready? Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, you're definitely going to get heard for that one. Like I said, never used it. Hope to never use it. But it is there and you will be heard with that. I think I've perforated my eardrum, to be fair. And as well, I like to take a knife. Now this is a open L knife. It's a small blade. It's a 2.5 inch. It's a 2-inch blade, sorry, and it's a non-lock-in knife, which means it is actually legal to carry this in the UK. I think it is legal as long as it's as long as the blade is under 3 inches, and it is a non-lock-in knife, which it is because that's not locked, is it? I think that is legal to carry in your pocket. I don't suggest doing that, and I don't ever keep it in my pocket, but that does go into the front of my bag just in case of an emergency. I need to cut something, or I need to, well, yeah, cut something. What else do you use a knife for? But yeah, that's pretty much it. That is the stuff that you really require to take on a hike. So that's it for the video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it and you've learned a little bit of what you should take. If you've got any suggestions on what, maybe something else that I should take or something that's not actually required, let me know in the comments, and let's learn together, obviously. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you have, please consider subscribing to the channel for more hiking, camping and gear reviews. And I'll see you next week for my prison break. See you later.